Welcome to another installment of the Yakima Symphony Orchestra's Stories from Home, a series of interviews presented by Valley Mall and available at ysomusic.org. My name is Lawrence Golan, and I am the Helen N. Jewett Music Director of the Yakima Symphony Orchestra. I'm coming to you today from my home in Denver, Colorado, and I'm chatting with our principal trombonist, Sara Mayo, who comes to us from her home in New York City. Hello, Sara. How are you holding up throughout all of this?
Not too bad. About what you'd expect.
And what would one expect for, somebody who primarily makes a living, as a freelance musician?
Well, I'm not working. My career field kind of doesn't exist right now. So the groups that I do play with have been trying to do some things with video content and just trying to keep playing music somehow. And in the meantime, I am looking into unemployment as a freelancer, which is different than normal unemployment, so I don't know how that's going to work.
Right. Well, all I can say is, we at the Yakima Symphony are looking forward to playing together as an orchestra with all of our musicians just as soon as possible. Obviously, we have to, keep whatever health initiatives are on the table at any given time in mind and be safe for everybody. But obviously, our goal and our intent is to get back to the stage as quickly as we can. So speaking of the Yakima Symphony Orchestra, how long have you been playing with the Yakima Symphony Orchestra?
So I had to look this up. Um, I joined the group in 2008. So I guess that makes it about 12 years.
Right. Okay. And you joined as principal trombone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a fair amount of time, 12 years. In that time, is there some particular concert or maybe even a particular piece that has been the most memorable for you?
This is a tricky one because there's definitely been a lot of very memorable concerts. Probably the one that is most sort of burned into my memory, though, is actually the first concert I ever played with Yakima. It was right after I'd won the job, and I'd never played with the group before, and the program was Bolero, because apparently,
Which
yeah,
had a huge trombone solo in it.
yes, apparently we believe in trial by fire. Um, it went well. It was definitely one of the most terrifying experiences of my life. I think I came close to actually passing out on stage at the first rehearsal. Like the solo sounded fine because I have priorities, but it was definitely like started my vision started to get just a little bit darker on the edges by the end of it. And then I put the horn down and Roger Finch leaned over and said, "How's your blood pressure?"
Oh, he could tell, I guess.
I'm sure everyone could tell.
Wow. But you said the solo went well at the concert?
Yeah, sounded good.
Yeah, that's great. For our viewers, Bolero has major, difficult, exposed solos for several instruments in the orchestra, including, of course, the principal trombone. And while I've never done this myself, I bet you could go onto YouTube and search for something like Bolero fails, and probably find a collection, a compilation of performances that didn't go all that well.
I'm sure you could. I am afraid to. In my nightmares for like the next 10 years if I did.
Yeah, probably that is not recommended for any musicians that are listening. But yeah, like I said, I don't. I know those sorts of videos exist, but I don't watch them myself. We have enough to worry about without, adding any more pressure.
I don't need to add that sound to my life.
Right. Exactly. Well, we talked a little bit about trying to come back as soon as possible to performing again. When we do come back, and we've got, a wonderful season planned for next year, um, is there anything that stands out as being particularly exciting for you on next season's lineup?
Well, I think as a trombonist, it might actually be against the law if I don't say Mahler 5.
I, right, that is in the International Musicians Contract, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's in the rules. That's definitely another one of those pieces where I've been working on the excerpts for auditions for years, and I would really like the opportunity to put it in context with the real orchestra. So I am definitely
Yeah.
looking forward.
Have you ever played Mahler 5 with an orchestra?
I've not, so this will be first.
Yeah, it'll be a first for me in a way. I mean, I played it many times back when I was a violinist, and I have conducted the adagietto, the beautiful fourth movement for just strings and harp, which is often played by itself. I've done that several times, but I've never actually conducted the complete symphony before. So I'm looking forward to it as much as you are. That's without a doubt going to be the highlight for me as well. So we all know about your wonderful trombone playing. Is there something, some something that one of your interests that you might have, or some surprising fact about you that might be entertaining for our viewers to hear about?
Well, so one thing that I think my colleagues know about, but that the audience members probably do not, is that I do have a little friend that lives on my trombone.
Ah, please introduce us.
So it's a tiny unicorn. His name is Professor Sprinkles. I don't know if you could tell from the camera, but I made him a little face mask.
It's hard to tell, but I now that you pointed out, I do see that.
But yeah, he hangs out on my trombone, and he
Okay.
keeps me. And he has his own Instagram.
Really?
Uh, he's far more popular on the internet than I am.
I don't have an Instagram. So he's better than I am. Wow. And tell me about the name Professor Sprinkles. Is there any significance to that?
Not really. If you ask, I will tell you that he is a professor of astrophysics.
Oh,
I don't really have any information yet beyond that.
okay. Okay, great. Well, I look forward to seeing Professor Sprinkles on stage soon. Um, Great. Well, we all miss hearing your wonderful playing. Would you mind playing something for us now?
Sure, do that.
What would you like to play?
I so I've been taking a break from excerpts and sort of getting back into the solo rep. So this is the opening to the second movement of the Trombone Concerto by Derek Bourgeois.
Okay,
I picked it because I thought it was pretty.
that's allowed.
All right.
Sara Mayo, principal trombonist of the Yakima Symphony Orchestra. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you live in person as soon as possible.
As soon as possible.